Hello and welcome back. We are here at Tribal Council. I think the hint is the torches. And for the fourth time, the Goddard tribe is about to join me. And here they come. Filing on into Tribal Council now are Jess, Todd, Sean, Rede, Lex, Ange, Leo, and Lindsay.
I can be here. Can you see them? I feel like I'm sticking out so hard right now.
You're all good. We got visuals on all of you. Goddard, we got to stop meeting like this.
We're trying,
Talk about trying, Leo. Let's talk about this.
What would you like to know?
What do you feel like from your perspective is missing in some of these challenges? Just finishing just short in a couple of these.
I would say like 8 seconds is what's missing. But beyond that, I mean, the effort that we're giving, we're doing, I dare to say, very well. And I do think that we're doing very well. I think that they're doing extraordinarily well.
Yeah.
And so I don't think,
to rest.
yeah. So I don't think it's necessarily a reflection of the skills and the effort and the cohesiveness of our group. I think they are a very strong tribe. And we should respect that.
Yep.
And not think poorly of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'll throw it to you.
I think with the speed that this game goes, it's really freaking hard to like dig yourself out of even like the first like hole of going to tribal, because you get like no rest, like you're like freaking to the sun to get water, running to go to the bathroom, running back before you walk in a tribal, hiding, doing a chat. Like there's no time to like gather ourselves and like feel any togetherness. And we're going up against this team that's just been like straight chilling. Like they're like having a time over there. They're napping. They're probably like anxious to like do the game.
5-minute naps.
But like they're able to like lock in and like have some sort of like mental clarity. Whereas like we're like running to get our essential needs of staying alive as a human.
Definitely. I can't argue with any of that. I think that's well said. You want to add
We're
on to
still
that?
doing so well.
Yes, I think it says a lot
Yeah.
for us because we are not being crushed. Okay, we're
Yeah.
losing by seconds.
Literally. We were 4 feet away. We were so close to the fish puzzle.
yeah.
Like literally like feet away.
Yep.
Almost
Like,
every
so-
challenge
every
we lost by
time, every time.
seconds.
I mean, but then let's talk about the benefits of coming here. Obviously there's very few to talk about, but Sean, I mean, talk about a little bit about the fact that this group is going to be bonded in a unique way, no matter what happens, later today or tomorrow, way differently than the other group of 12.
Yeah, it's true. I feel like you see it a lot where one tribe goes tribal more. When one tribe never gets a chance to go to tribal, you don't get to test the relationships in the same way. And we're already going at 100 miles an hour, and they're there napping, which is a bonus for them now. But I think in the next stage of the game, it's going to be a huge deficit for them because they're not going to be able to catch up in time. So
Yeah. And we're seeing that on a macro level within the full game, but we can kind of see that on a micro level here. I mean, Rede, I think this is only the second time you've been here. Is that correct?
correct.
And so do you feel like heading into something like the strategy session that you just had, are you at a disadvantage compared to some of the other folks here that have been here maybe 3 or 4 times?
Yeah, I mean, I'm calling this out because I feel bad. Like Lex has been to tribal council 4 times now. I think he might be the only one,
Mhm.
right? Like that is talk about what Cod was saying about challenge, water, go to the bathroom. Like having to go to every single tribal council. At least some of us have had 1 or 2 rounds where we weren't able to nap, but we could sit. Like,
Talk to me about your perspective coming into the strategy. Do you feel like you're behind on the strategy because you weren't involved in all those conversations?
I
Or do you feel
see.
like you've been able to get equivalent to everyone else here.
Sorry, I misunderstood the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very possible. I mean, I feel like every time this is, my second time, like we're learning a little bit more about what our dynamics are and how we work and how we communicate. And so like this round, I feel like that I did build on, you know, the first tribal council I came to, and how to communicate, and how to kind of move around through the tribe, and who to talk to and when. And I imagine the more often you do that, the more experience you build, and that's something that other tribe isn't going to have.
Yeah, I mean, Lex, on the flip side, like they just pointed out. Oh, Sean, did you want to jump
I
in?
was gonna say this twist is unique because even though we've all been to tribal more than once now, we've never voted as one full tribe. So there's like a feeling of like disjointedness where it's like it's hard to get a rhythm because even within our own tribe, the dynamic shift every single vote because the same people are not here.
Sure, and even to jump off of that, Lex, I mean, last tribal we had a discussion where it seemed like two people were, feeling like, votes were coming their way. Neither of them are sitting here with us. So did that make you start from square one at this point?
I don't think it was square one. I think it was like you have. I'm trying to make a fun analogy. I'm a little tired. I've been here all day. But no, it's like you're kind of like, you have a foundation for our house, right? Like we have our foundation of like what's our Gordo? Who are we? Gordon?
Goddard.
Goddard.
Right.
Only way I
So
can
we
remember
have
it.
we have our foundation of Goddard, right? But like I think it's like you're remodeling your house, right? Like every time, like it's like, okay, we love like the chic modern look. Okay, cool. Next round we're gonna be like, no, fuck, let's go home bohemian this time. And like every round is so different, right? But like at the same time though, we're showing where our loyalties are, we're working with each other. Like we show like, hey, like we are in this together. Like we've gone through this trauma of just losing so much. And to Sean's point, like I mean, it really does like bond us together, And like the other tribe, like I hope you're enjoying the fucking beach because guess what? You're in for a rude awakening. And like, and her like Karma's a bitch, and her name is Lex.
The foundation of the house looks the same, but none of us know what the house actually looks like.
And that's the truth, right? It's like, what does the house look like? But
Lindsay,
it honestly, it feels on fire too. Though. Sorry, Pam. I'm sorry. You have
I'm going with the microphone.
well, no.
Lindsay,
I have a lot.
is that
I have a lot to say, but here, can I say something about the house though too?
Yeah.
Just really quick. That like I think this is fun. Like we're all here to
Yeah.
have a fun experience,
100%.
like get immersed in the experience of Survivor, right? Because Jeff Pros has not called us yet. If you are, call me. But it's like have fun, like live it up. Like I've been for travels. Fuck yeah, let's have fun, you guys. Like we're here to have a good time, commit to it, go all out, and just have fun. Back to you, Pam.
Thank you very much. Yes.
I feel like this tribal council right here is like I think the hardest part in the game for
No question.
I don't want to assume, but for a lot of us, if not all of us, and I'm still like I'm having a blast. Like these people are wonderful,
Yeah.
and it sucks that we have to do what we have to do. But like I just wanted to like piggyback off of that like yes,
Not to be the downer here, but someone is going to get voted
They
out.
are. Yeah. Yep.
Lindsay, I mean, is that all, what Lex was saying in terms of, we are kind of starting from scratch, each tribal true? Or do you feel like alliances are shifting every time you're coming here, or have kind of the bonds you built originally early in the day just getting strengthened and strengthened and strengthened?
I think there's like a thread with every relationship that started somewhere, and we're trying to see the threads through. And what gets complicated is how do they intersect? But I feel like we're figuring that out pretty nicely as well as we can.
Way better analogy. Yes.
well said.
Yes. How difficult is it to plan an alliance, a form of numbers, without knowing at the next tribal council that you attend how many of you will be there? Like, how are you approaching that problem?
How does one do that? It's impossible. I think I think the name of the game is staying present. I feel like we've been here a day. There are no names that I've been feeling like particularly passionate about. And so it's just a matter of like trying to logic through with each new group of people every single scramble. And somehow we find our way there. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of impossible strategically because, ultimately you can volunteer 6 people and then the other tribe can swap 2 different people on. So like the pool is just constantly changing. And I think that's where the skill comes in, is being able to be adaptable and not get tripped up by all of that constant change.
Sure. I mean, Ange, I can see the benefit of that strategy, keeping every door open. But at the end of the day, you do need to have a plan. If you're coming into every strategy session without that kind of next step, are you kind of starting on a back foot?
What was the question?
Just, I guess, like, how are you planning to move forward after this tribal? I mean, every tribal, it sounds like everyone's saying, like, oh, it's kind of a new thing. We're coming in new, fresh. But Are you not planning for more than one tribal ahead? Or are you really just coming in with one vote in mind?
I think everyone's planning for more than just one tribal ahead. I think everyone's planning for a potential tribe swap, a potential merge, right? So a lot of times it's not just one tribal, it's several, right? But I think what we're all trying to focus on is thinking about those future steps, but also like we got to focus on the vote right now. And I do think that we didn't expect to keep losing the way that we have, and that keeps changing the strategy over and over again, especially like folks said, different people voting every time and showing up at tribal council. So yes, people are definitely thinking ahead, but we also very much all know, I think, that we have to focus on the vote right now too.
Okay. Well, let's get to that vote right now, unless anyone else has anything additional to add. Okay. We'll get to the vote. We'll start with you, Jess.
All right. And away we go. Heading out of the tribal council area and over to our cozy little tea time spot. I have lots of tea for y'all, so very excited to share. I got some information that I had said incorrectly at the end of last tribal, so I'm super excited to let y'all know what that is. As soon as I get far enough away that I am not in earshot of the players. So just rounding this little corner here and getting all set, and then we can chit chat. So hello. This has been interesting because of course Goddard has come to now 4 tribal councils. So I feel like we're really, getting to know them very, very intimately. All right, so to kick us off, I would like to issue an information correction. So at the end of last tribal, we saw that Adore went home with literally 1 vote. Champagne whipped out a coin, flipped it, got CYS heads, and stayed in the game thanks to a fundraising advantage, and Adore went home with only 1 vote. And everyone wants to know who the 1 vote was. It was Lindsay. Lindsay was the 1 vote for Adore. So she had been contemplating, does she not vote for Adore and go forward with Cod and Adore in the future? Clearly, she decided not to because Champagne told Lindsay about that fundraising advantage at the last possible second before that last tribal. And so she explained to her tribe that she did the 1 vote for Adore because she didn't want to do like a messy revote situation where all of the votes were Champagne and then, nothing happened. And that way the advantage kind of got almost treated like, okay, an idol was played instead of a whole messy new vote, which is crazy. So Lindsay in an incredible position on her tribe right now. She built up trust with Champagne, thanks to, that she's bonded with Cod because they have voted together twice, and she's feeling super tight with Reday and Leo, and finally getting to vote with them at a tribal council. So she's in a great spot. Speaking of Leo, Leo also loves Reday and Lindsay as well as Sean, and is thinking perhaps this is some sort of 4-person alliance. And and Leo has his eyes on either Lex or Jess as potential targets with that. So, speaking of Reday, Reday also really likes Leo and really likes Sean, but did not mention Lindsay. So there's kind of like that 4 is like saying each other mostly, but maybe leaving someone out. So yeah. And Reday, however, thinks that it would be Lex or Ange. And so they're like a kind of 3, kind of 4, but maybe not totally on the same page in terms of like who to target and like what's going on with that. And the 4th person in this maybe 4-person situation is Sean. Sean is worried about his threat level because he's been a huge physical competitor, and he's like, oh, this is usually the time where they start thinking about getting out the physical threats. So he is going with an anybody but me strategy, classic Sandra. and thinks that it's also going to be either Ange or Lex, even though he would like to work with them. So sounds like Sean also has lots of people that he wants to work with and that potentially want to work with him. Speaking of Sandra Diaz Twine, as long as it ain't me, Lex is also feeling that way this round. He would really like to target Leo, but he knows that he's not currently in the position to do that, and feels like he has no power. Lex has heard his name. He's also heard Jess's name and Ange's name. Lex was told by both Sean and Ride that his name is out there, and he would prefer between Jess and Ange to not vote out Ange, because they are close, but will if it means saving himself. Speaking of Ange was deep in thought, both pre-confessional and post-confessional. So she is really sifting through a lot of different possibilities, a lot of people. I think she's feeling like this might be a little bit of a crossroads in her game. She thinks currently that Jess and Lindsay are at the bottom of the tribe, but she would want to work with them because she feels like they don't have any really strong connections on the other tribe. So she thinks they would be like really great people to pick up and be in an alliance and, you know, have that loyalty there. She's also noticing that people are saying that Lex is a social threat and that Sean is a challenge threat, but she likes them both and would also really like to work with them. And she also she really likes Lex. She loves Leo and also really likes Cod. A reminder that Leo was the only one that Ange told about the advantage that she had. So really tight with Leo and also Cod. And speaking of Cod, the feeling is mutual. Ange is their day one, they said, and like really likes Ange. And wants to work with them or wants to work with her. However, I don't know that Ange is feeling totally the same way because Ange is apparently during like the challenges or during like the downtime, she keeps going back to her original district partner, Nick, to talk to him a lot. And so everyone's kind of noticing that that is happening and everyone is kind of suspecting that perhaps they're super connected and super tight. Jess has certainly noticed that and wants to target Ange because of it. Speaking of Jess, she has also heard her name is out there, but in true Jess fashion, she's rolling with the punches. She's like not doing anything crazy about it. She's a little unconcerned, just like she kind of is, has been in the challenges. She's just like, she's chilling, she's not getting all worked up. So, yeah, I yet again do not know who's gonna go home because it could either be Ange, Jess, or Lex. So, yeah, crazy. If y'all have any questions, obviously feel free to ask them. Yeah, because we have a little more time, I think, before we have to head back. So, interestingly, there are 9 players on the Goddard tribe, and 8 of them are tribal council. Champagne is the only one that sat out this challenge because there were 8 participating out of the 9. So, Champagne got a little bit of a break, which is nice. And yeah, so crazy. They were talking about how they only have like never really y'all are saying no audio, and I don't know why that is. Let me check. Sorry. No, we'll get that to you. All right, we are heading back now. And they want to listen anyway, so that's fine. Right. Thank you. All right, heading back to tribal council now. Let me know about, oh, at least use their main language. Oh, God. All right, well, we'll do what we can. All right, is that better, y'all? I just changed something. council now. Right, and here we have the players all waiting, but not for long, as Cam is coming back with the votes.
All right. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol or another advantage and would like to play one, now would be the time to do so. All right. I'll get to the votes. First vote, Lex. Second vote, Ange. Third vote, Ange. Fourth vote, Lex. Tied 2-2. Fifth vote, Ange. Sixth vote, Ange. Seventh vote, the fourth person voted out of Can You Survive District 13, Ange. 5-0. Ange, tributes have spoken. All right, well, hopefully you have a plan ahead or are able to pull out the next challenge, but we'll see shortly, okay?
Okay.
We'll have you head out this way.
Thank you, guys.
All right, you heard the man. We are going to be back at the challenge field very shortly. So get excited. Keep it locked here. We are bringing you another fun challenge. So it is totally set up. We're just giving the players a little probably water break, grabbing everyone in, and we should be live super shortly. So